a small hollow in North Carolina. There have been several Bigfoot sightings.
Hunters may need to be on the lookout for something other than deer when they hit the woods this week.
He hadn't been spotted recently, but according to these pictures, the legendary Mothman is back.
The number of UFO sightings is soaring tenfold over the past 25 years.
Now, she's not talking about people. She is talking about ghosts hanging around what some say is a real-life haunted house.
You're listening to Paratalkradio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy on Paratalkradio.com, a member of the WLFE digital broadcast family. Paratalkradio is your one-stop for all things paranormal, the unknown, and the supernatural. Join us every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central for discussions and guests on topics such as ghosts, hauntings, Bigfoot, UFOs, and more. This broadcast is rated M for mature and is intended for listeners over 16. The topics, views, and opinions expressed on our show may not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Paratalk Radio, our hosts, or our sponsors. Now, live from J-Wolf Production Studio in Ontario, New York, here are your hosts, Ted and Cindy.
Super crazy.
I just turned the microphone on. Nobody heard you.
Oh,
sorry.
Hi, guys.
You were just a little too fast for me.
I said I probably look a little crazy. I don't have my eyelashes finished. I'm just finishing them.
I seem dark in here today. I got the light on, too, and I don't know why I'm so
It does
dark.
look dark in there. Okay, so you guys can see that I finished. I can't see the comments right at the moment because it's too far away. Oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot.
I forgot to do this. I have to put my bond on this eye.
I don't know. I guess that's a little better.
Let's see. Yeah, it is a little better.
Do I want to be white or yellow? White or yellow?
White.
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 Okay. No blue. Blue. Sorry.
Blue bayou.
All right, so tonight I'm kind of excited because we have let this up to our people in our chat room tonight.
I know it.
They are the guests. They're the ones that get to tell us about their stories. I'm so excited about this because
You guys better tell us some good ass stories. That's all I got to say.
well, I really hope that they have some stories to tell us. I mean, it'd be kind of a boring show if they didn't. You know what I mean? So I'm really hoping they do have stories. So the way I'm looking at it is the way it's tonight is your ghost story, your unexplained story, your Bigfoot story, your UFO story, whatever it may be. That's what we're looking at. So whatever your story, I gotta pull this forward. Maybe that'll make a bit of difference. Not really. These lights kind of suck too now. So I don't know. I'm just kind of glad it's not really bright because it's like 90. Was it 97? It got today, I think.
Oh my God, was it? Listen.
Yeah.
I don't like to go out.
Yeah, it was 97. It's too hot. Too
hot.
And it's the sticky sweat.
It
you
is.
know,
It's
it's
super
not
humid. It's
Yeah.
super humid. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not happy with that at all. No.
Just tell the
Hey, fat boys don't like it fat. We like it cool. We like it like that. No, I could stick it. Jesus, what the hell am I thinking?
Oh, I know what you're thinking.
I could keep myself in a room with like 2 AC machines on in the darkest room in the house and just be in there and sleep all day because that's what I need to do. You know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So guys, don't forget to like, follow, share, share with your friends. We want to be shared, please.
Pass us around. We like it.
Pass us around. Don't forget, y'all, we do have TV channels. You can go right over to WLFE-TV.com. Right on the front page, you will see where Paranormal TV is. It's there 24/7. We're there live right now. So if you get on there, hit the live button. You can watch us live on your TV. It's cool, huh?
You get to see me putting my lashes on.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
How fun is that?
Yeah, so they look like that IRL. I guess I'm lost on that one. Blue velvet, blue suede shoes, blue moon. You have a creek behind you. Go jump in it. You're right, I do, Robert. Were you stalking me?
Now he just knows.
Yeah, Steve Berry says, ladies complain about boob sweat. Nothing worse than ball sweat. Nothing less. No, you know what's worse than that?
Sweat. Listen,
Crack
there's
sweat.
also
Ass crack sweat sucks.
Yes. There's also like roll sweat.
That's not as bad as the other ones. No. The only good thing about roll sweat is like if you're really sweaty, you could just like slide down a hill.
You're so you're so silly. Oh my gosh.
So I was on Modern Family the other day.
Oh yeah.
And I was watching, and they were talking about Modern Family is basically a feminine show. Mm-hmm. So why was Teddy there? Well, because I was supporting, of course. And
of course you would support.
Yeah, of course. Robert says hide. Oh, he's hiding the Google Earth map of showing text. Thanks, Robert. Belly button mining, worst smell ever. You're right, it does. Hello, Christina Holmes, Steve Barry, Robert White, Carl Mitchell.
Hi, Kristen. Kristen.
I was like, I'm touching my screen over here to see if I can roll the comments. I'm like, I don't have one of those screens. Like,
well, what screens is that?
Touch screen. I don't have a touch screen.
Oh, I do. I have a touch.
Yeah, so you can scroll it. I can't.
Yeah.
I gotta use a Mises, a mouse.
I can't see him all. Hang on. Let me see if I can see him.
Barry says the focus on my end. I think I fixed it, but my internet connection will be so tonight because of the improved video quality. Maybe.
Yes. So Steve also said it was hotter in Ohio than Florida. Not only that, it was hotter in Seattle and Portland than it was in Arizona.
And
they're having what they call a heat bubble.
A heat bubble.
A heat bubble.
Okay. Well, what? God, that is just. I look so damn dark. That's better.
I can see natural light in there, though. Where's your window located?
Right there.
Oh.
Right there.
Yep, that's what I thought. Where it was, but.
Christine. This is my 10th time here. You know what, Kristen? Fight me.
Kristen.
Anyways, as I was saying, I actually got flagged for a comment on Modern Family.
What? What did you say?
They were making comments about females being bitches, and I actually agreed with them. And I said, but so are some gay guys. They're real bitches. And they flagged it. Said it was hate speech.
No, it's true.
I know, but whatever. Doesn't matter.
There's, I've known some.
Yeah, I know. I've never been flagged before. I was like, what? Really?
Yeah, I have been.
What? Oh, I haven't.
I was flagged on a comment to Tom.
Oh.
I said, don't make me shank you, Tom. And they flagged me.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never had that happen, but yeah, so I've got the fan like right here, so hopefully it's not too noisy. Because it has been hotter than hell here.
Hotter than balls.
Yeah, so I didn't do much today. Did a few little things, but plus I burned my arms and the top of my head again.
What?
So yeah.
You need to put some freaking sunscreen on.
No, never have.
Yes, you do.
All right, so while Cindy's finishing up her lurches, Kristen, no Facebook jail for me. There you go. So
I didn't get jail time.
Jail permed? What's jail permed?
I said I didn't get jail time.
Oh, okay. I didn't either. Bob says, just bought a new AC. My place is nice and cool. I'm coming over, Bob. I'll be there in a minute.
Yeah, Bob, we're on our way.
Yeah.
I just don't have mine in yet down here. I do up in my bedroom.
Gotta have it cold in the bedroom or I can't sleep.
Right.
Can't.
I can't.
But, so tonight's episode is up to you guys, because you guys in the chat room, we've been playing with this idea and we've mentioned it 100 times. We want you guys to be guests and tell us one of your favorite ghost stories, UFO stories, Bigfoot stories, or a story you can't explain. We think that would be kind of cool. Do you have to use a picture? No. You can deny the photo, but approve the sound, and that way we can at least see the sound or hear you. All right? Mr. Systematic raises.
Shit. Just get on here with us.
So I got a good story for you. So this is how it's going to start out tonight.
Okay.
So I had a party to celebrate my job and everything Saturday. I was expecting a whole bunch of people, like Cindy,
did I know
who
about
never showed. Yep, I sent you the info. You said you were coming. And, you know, he didn't come. God damn it, Cindy. Hello, Elizabeth Habner. Anyways, tell your brother I said hi, considering I never freaking see him anymore. So I get done. I probably get in the house about 4:30 a.m. We had a good time. So I invited like 65 to 100 people, somewhere in there, and I got like 25 or 30 that showed.
That's still a great amount.
Hello, Eric. Not real. It's kind of small. I just expected more, more people, but that's all right.
Well, I'm sorry. I forgot, babe.
Yeah.
I did.
Anyways.
I could have brought me and Kelly out.
See, there you go. Add me to your list, Ted. I have a story as well. All right. You got it, buddy. So this is the story. So 4:30.
This is the story. Look. How my life got twisted, turned upside down.
By the way, you didn't mention Paratalkradio on Hollis's show.
I didn't?
No.
Maybe it's because Hollis said it right before.
Oh.
Oh, no, she said WLP.
Yeah, that's okay. You just forgot about me. So, yeah, twice. Forgot about my party. Forgot about me on the interview. So, yeah, now I'm feeling loved by Cindy. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you feel guilty now. Anyways.
Nah, I don't feel guilty.
Oh, you bitch.
I refuse to have people make me feel guilty.
All right. So, anyways, let me finish this story. So, 4:30, I come in, I lay down.
Yeah.
About 5 o'clock, there's a conversation happening in my bedroom. My eyes are closed, and I sleep very light, so I know there's a conversation happening.
Right.
And Teddy had a little bit of Jack and a lot of Twisted Tea. I drank a whole 12-pack myself.
Jesus, Teddy.
So I'm laying there, and I'm listening to this conversation, and I roll over, and there's a face in my face.
What?
A face in my face.
So I just, excuse me, personal space.
No, I just looked at the face, and I said, I'm going to bed. That means you have to leave, or at least be quiet. I rolled back over and went to sleep and don't remember the rest.
Good for you.
Of course, I got up at 10:30, 1:30. Then I got back up at 3 p.m.
Nice.
No Four Loko. Four Locos will kill me, buddy. Oh, no way. Can't do them. So there's my story that just happened recently. It's too hot to go anywhere and do anything these days, right now.
Right.
So, I did, however, just for fun, I did put a gerbil water thing so they can, like the gerbils can sip water out of their water bottle.
Yeah.
Water bottle.
Water bottle.
Yeah, I stuck it out with zip ties and put it around the bottom of the tree for the chipmunks.
And how's it been working?
I have no idea. I just did it today.
Oh.
So we'll see how it goes.
Well, it sounds like it's a great idea, actually.
I think so, too. So Bob wants me to add him to the list. So we are going to do that right now. We will add Bob to the list.
Yay, Bob!
Yeah, and if anybody else would like to come on and share their stories, we would appreciate it. All right, Bob, let me get you here. Oh, let's see. I love hearing other people's stories.
Me too.
You know, it's just fun. So I hope everybody has a story.
Please share your stories.
Yes. Yes. Get my messenger to come up. I don't know what's going on with Messenger. Is everybody been having a problem with this stuff?
Yeah, so Colleen made an appointment for me on my Psychic Cindy page. It never notified me, nor did it show up in my messages until after I was looking for it. The only reason I knew about it was today. She had done it. It was at 16 hours prior, and I saw it at 1:30 or something, or 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, it's only because I went into my Google Calendar and I saw that there were 2 things that she must have done it like accidentally twice. She hit it, and it showed up as appointments in my Google Calendar for 10:30 this morning.
Wow.
But I had no idea because I was on
my cousin Matt. Hello, my cousin Matt.
Hi,
Sorry
Matt.
to interrupt.
I was doing the show with Hollis and Lacrosse, and it. So I didn't see it. It didn't come through. It's
Really?
only because of my. It's only because I looked at my calendar that I saw it, and then I contacted her. I'm like, oh my gosh! Not only did it not notify me again, I was sleeping at that time, but I had no idea that she had contacted me, and so I feel terrible because she keeps trying to set appointments, and I don't know about them.
So, Robert in Australia. He says we're pausing apparently, but I'm watching our feed on one of the other channels and we're not pausing, so it's got to be you, buddy. Barry, you can always try your cell phone if you want. So Bob is here, so we're going to throw Bob up, and Bob is going to tell us his story.
Yay!
All right, here's Bob.
Hey.
Hey, Bob, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
So if he's got his camera, he's got his camera over here. Yeah, see, now you got to look at your key. See, there you go. There you go.
Well, now just lift it up a little. There you go.
There you go. Okay, cool. Better. Steve Barry. His name is Bob. And do you know if it's spelled backwards, it's still Bob?
He's so funny.
Oh, but
Steve better get us a story too.
All right, Bob. So let's talk about your story.
Okay. This is back from when I was like 7 or 8 years old. My father and mother back then, they both worked in a wood mill, and I'm from Freiburg, Maine.
Wow.
And later on, my dad had bought a gas station, but this is prior to that. Anyway, they got up at the crack. They worked like 7 to 3:30.
Oh,
7
wow.
p.m. to 3:30 p.m. 8-hour day.
Mm-hmm.
But they were up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And that was their private time that they could talk about stuff. And, I had 2 sisters as well. Anyway, our bathroom, we had one bathroom in the house, and it was on the first floor. And you would go through the kitchen and go through the bathroom to go upstairs. And my parents' bedroom was downstairs, and my bedroom and my sister's shared a bedroom upstairs. Anyway, I was using the bathroom, and I overheard my parents talking. So I'm relaying this story. I kind of eavesdropped on them, if you will. And my father and mother were both very practical people. And at the time of this story, I could tell they were baffled because they didn't believe in ghosts. My father, we lived in, as I said, in Freiburg, Maine. My father grew up in Brownfield, Maine, about 7 miles away. And he had 8 brothers and sisters. 1 sister, 8 brothers.
Wow.
My grandmother had passed away. And so this is the story. My grandmother passed away, and she was in her 60s. She was in a wheelchair. She didn't have her legs. She had lost both her legs to sugar diabetes.
Diabetes, yes.
And that was a common thing, I guess, back then.
Back then, yeah.
So
My dad did too.
everybody shared my father and mother's thoughts, views on the paranormal. They just thought once you were dead and you were buried 6 feet under, that's it. There's no
Nothing else.
and you know, well, after about 3 years after my grandmother had died, she appeared to my aunt Thelma, who was my father's only sister. And my Aunt Thelma lived in Brownfield, and my grandfather, Millard Burnell, was still alive. And my grandmother appeared to my aunt, and she was standing there. She had her legs. She looked like she was 30 years old.
Yeah.
And she was just beaming with light and, so happy. And my aunt described her as being beautiful, like almost like an angel type thing,
Okay.
And my aunt reached out to, to hug her because it was her mother, and my grandmother disappeared. Following night, she reappeared and told my aunt not to touch her, that wasn't allowed, but to sit and listen. And she had a story to tell her. And she told her that Millard, her husband, my aunt's father, had cancer, and that they needed to take him to the doctors and have a test. It was in his stomach and blah, 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 And so my aunt told her, her entire family, my father and mother, everybody knew about this. I didn't know about it. I was just hearing about it, eavesdropping in on my parents. And everybody was just like, they didn't know what to make of it, My aunt continued to her, and they never saw my grandmother again after that second time. My aunt harassed my grandfather until he finally broke down and went to the doctors, and just to shut up my aunt from bugging him anymore about going to the doctors. And sure enough, they found cancer, and it was the size of a pea. I was told it was real small.
Oh my
God. It was removed. And this is my father and mother, where after this had all taken place, that they were just discussing, how could this possibly be? It's got to be true. Because Thelma shared the same views the rest of them did, that there was no such thing as ghosts. And when Thelma saw it, everybody had at first just chalked it up to she missed her mother so bad. That was why she saw her. But after that, it was verified that Millard, my grandfather, did have cancer. Then nobody had anything more to say,
Yeah, well, I mean,
what could they say, Bob?
Yeah. I mean, when stuff like that is verified, with a message from the past or from an angel or a spirit of some type, it's very hard to just swallow it and say, all right, lucky guess.
Right. And it was so unlike Thelma, her whole character. It was just so unlike her. It floored her when she saw my grandmother, She didn't believe that sort of thing could ever happen,
Yeah.
I think that's what takes some people.
Yeah.
But that's what it takes for some people, is to actually experience something themselves before they open up and say, hey, maybe there is something to this.
But I think it's interesting because it was the only sister, and all the brothers would know how she is, right?
Right.
And they knew, they're like, okay, she can't be making this up, right?
Well, they were still questioning it at first until it was verified when Millard went to the hospital and had some tests run that he did have cancer,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
amazing. I think his white count was wicked elevated, which signaled that there was something going on. Then they did further tests and found,
Bill Davis wants a live makeover, Cindy.
Honey, you just got it. How does my lashes look? I only had one eye done completely, and I was working on the other one.
So now I'm going to ask, since we got you here, you are a paranormal investigator, aren't you, Bob?
Yes, I am.
So how long you been in the field?
I seriously got into it 2015, maybe. So not that long ago.
And how did you get into it?
I was always interested in it. I had a heart attack, and a massive heart attack. I was 54, 55. It was 2012, and I died for 18 minutes.
Holy shit, Bo.
Yeah. And I always believed in like life after death and everything. And I didn't remember a thing. They induced me into a coma, and I had kind of like a religious thing happen to me afterwards, after I woke up in the hospital. But they had written me off for dead. They thought I was dead too long. And they were saying at work, they'd already announced that I had died, actually.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And they thought that, I was going to have too much brain damage if I did survive, But I just woke up just like nothing had happened, but I didn't remember a thing. So that's what kind of got me interested in the paranormal, to the point where I started buying equipment. And,
So do you have a team?
Yeah.
You have a team?
Yep.
Okay, Bob, can I ask you questions now? Sure. Okay, who is the fisherman?
Excuse me?
Who's the fisherman?
Who is the fisherman?
Yeah, I literally keep being...
My father was a fisherman. Like, for his...
okay, what's the sword mean?
Excuse me?
Like the swordfish. What does the swordfish mean?
I have no idea.
So I'm seeing a fisherman, and I'm seeing a swordfish for some reason.
That I don't know. I grew up inland in Freiburg, so we were 50 miles from the ocean. And
I wonder if one of somebody would know or understand that the swordfish thing, because I don't have any symbolism, so I can't even put anything to it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like if you said, "Oh, he always wanted to catch a swordfish," I'd be like, "Oh, okay, I get it." If there was something that was a big deal regarding a swordfish, then I'd be like, "Well, that's got to be it." But if you can't think of anything in regard to the swordfish, or I don't either, but I have the swordfish that I keep seeing. And I know it's a swordfish because it's a very long, and raised, thin back.
I'm very hard to read, so I'm told. So,
could it be a gar? Could it be a gator gar? Could it be a pike? Could it be, because they do have kind of long noses?
No, it's
like I said, we always just fish for trout, bass, fresh.
Right.
And it really wasn't my thing anyway. That was my father. He was a big time fisherman. For the game, put the hay out for the winter and all that stuff. And, it was a good time.
You're breaking up just a little bit, Bob. For me, anyway. Is he for you too, Teddy?
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay, I just had the color red for you, Bob, and the color yellow as well.
My favorite color is green.
What's that?
My favorite color is green.
No, it's specific. So red is root chakra grounding. Yellow is solar plexus chakra. But I don't know what the color red and yellow would be other than that. Unless it was somebody's favorite color.
Hello, D-Star. All right, so we have another one that has a story, though, Cindy. So if you're okay, let's move along. Bob, thanks for coming on.
Around about the swordfish, Bob, okay?
Okay.
Thank you,
so
Bob.
much for your story. I love it. That was a fantastic story, actually.
Yeah. All right. So our next one can pop up as soon as he'd like. I got a couple more that have stories that want to come on as well. So check your inboxes. So we will get to the next story as soon as he pops on here. I think Eric has a story too.
Yay, Eric!
So I will get to Eric after this one. Wherever he is. He's probably playing with his birds.
Hey, are you talking about our friend Robert White?
Mr. Robert White. Yeah, we're just waiting for him to pop on here. Maybe it's a long internet connection for him. He can tell us his story as well. There he is. Yes, Bob, thank you for a story. We do appreciate it. Mr. Robert White.
Hi, Robert.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, honey?
Pretty good down here, yeah.
Yeah.
Been a bit chilly. I know. Don't rub it in.
Did you say it's chilly?
Yeah, it's wintertime for them right now.
Wintertime is like 60 degrees.
Well, it's 21 degrees Celsius here at the moment.
Wait, what's that mean, though? That's like
60, 70, right?
I don't know. Hang on.
I think it's like at least 50. Hang on.
Yeah.
21 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
21 degrees Celsius is equal to 69.8 degrees Fahrenheit.
Exactly, Robert.
Yeah.
By the way, I did say between 65 and 70. So
Yeah, and I said it's at least 60, and that was before he even said that it was 21 degrees Celsius.
Yes, Robert is a time traveler because he is in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so what is your story about, mister?
All right. Well, I have been an investigator for the last 11 years now. I think I started in 2010.
Wait, is it like 7:34 in the morning for you, Robert?
10:34.
Oh, 10:34. Oh, I was doing it wrong. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead, Robert.
I have been doing some investigation all over the places that we were traveling to, and at this one place in Belladon Kerr, up far north Queensland. There's a cemetery on the side of the highway on a hill.
Okay.
It's between Belladon Kerr and Babinda. It's a government run type thing. They come in and do the weeding and whippersnipping and all that sort of stuff, lawn mowing. And I'd gone in there because I had to use the facilities because I have a toilet up on the one side of it. So on the way back down, I was just passing through the graves, having a look around, and I was saying out loud, I will come back with an audio recorder and catch any of your information if you want to give it. And to my right, about 30, 40 foot away, over to the right-hand side, I hear this, yeah, right, like a snotty teenage girl sort of voice. And I looked over, no one there. Absolutely nobody there. I have others as well, like there's...
Did you walk around to see if maybe you could figure out where that was coming from? Like if there was somebody hiding in the bushes or whatever?
Outside to the bathroom or something?
No, there was... from where I was, the bathroom was way behind me. But this was right down, about halfway down the cemetery. Mm-hmm. And I had a clear view. There were some bushes, some bamboo, but there was no one behind them. I could tell that. So I'm thinking it was one of the people that I've been over to her grave, because she had a big, almost like a monolith of a gravestone with shells that they glued on to the outside of it.
Wow.
The squire sort of shells. So
Wow.
I'm thinking it might have been her.
Wow.
Never caught her again. Like I went back with the auto recorder and asked questions, but didn't catch anything after that. So that's one of the stories. And then there's
All right.
the little boy that was in the house we rented up there. Like there was a grave marker outside on the highway where his mother had trashed the car into a little creek, and he died. She lived.
Oh God.
We moved in, and pretty much straight away, we could tell something was there because the TV had turned off and on by itself, usually onto the kids' channel. Because the eldest boy that we got at the moment, he was only 4 at the time because the grave marker out the front said that this one was only about 3 when he died. And we'd often have the TV turn on by itself. We'd have Adrian's door, which was a normal hinge type door, slam on its own, and even slammed on him one time. It's hard enough that the hinge, the center, what do you call it? One that goes down the middle of it.
Yeah.
It was still in there, the pin, but the actual part of it that connects to the pin had come off. So the door was off on an angle.
Wow.
After that, we returned the other door that was originally on there, which was a sliding door going back and forth. So it couldn't slam on him again. We eventually contacted the person, the father. We found the father was still living here in Australia, just another couple of towns up. Contacted him, got him to come in, and because of their religions, he was from Papua New Guinea. Their religion says that if there's a spirit, they can be brought home by a family relative. So,
like catching a ride.
Yeah, basically. So after we contacted him, the father didn't come inside the house. He just stayed outside. We talked to him, and after he left, we had no more activity.
What?
That's very cool.
Yeah.
It's interesting though, but I've heard of that. So, that's neat. I mean, usually, like, there's several places around me, since you're stalking me with, you've watched me so many nights driving down the road, so but there's a couple spots where if you didn't slow down for a curve, you would run into trees or telephone poles and stuff like that.
Wow.
But there's one down here where the kid was riding a four-wheeler.
Yeah.
And lost control and hit a guardrail, and it flipped him over the guardrail, and there's these big stones down at the bottom, and it pretty much just tore him up. He didn't live very long after that. And but not once in a while, and when I drive down that road, the mother puts flowers and balloons around where he died and stuff like that. Every once in a while I get down there, I just get that feeling like he's standing there.
Yeah.
So
Definitely
never seen him, but I definitely, feel like he's there.
Yeah.
Robert, can I ask a question?
Yes.
So do you think the young girl that you were talking about, was she more like I kept seeing like a uniform jumper.
I was getting that same impression too when I was
So a uniform jumper, but also that she could have been from one of the tribes, so darker skinned.
Yeah.
But
just up the road from there, just up the road from there in Babinda itself, there's a place called the Boulders where they have a lot of people that have been killed by the curse. It's a waterhole.
Oh, you got to tell us about the curse. Come on now. Don't hold back.
There's a curse put on the waterhole up there by Aboriginal people. there was a marriage that was going on between a man and a woman, and the woman was caught with a tribesman of another tribe.
Oh.
And they were chased.
The husband was found with what?
No, the wife was. The wife to be was found with somebody else.
Man. So the chieftain put a curse on them, saying that if they were to jump into the water, they would die. And they jumped in the water, died, and the curse has been going on ever since. There's been 18 people, mainly tourists, that die in that section.
Wow.
Because there's such a strong undercurrent, they get sucked under into these little tubes and tunnels. And
do you want to go swimming, Cindy?
No. No. I'm not. This is such a weird thing. Maybe I'm just. We all know I'm weird.
Yeah.
I don't really like to go in water.
Mm-hmm.
It freaks me out. Like, it'd be different if I could see everything, but if there's algae or if there's, I don't know, I just get freaked out by lakes, oceans, whatever. Mm-hmm. I have been in the ocean. I've never been. I've been in ponds, but it freaks me out, so I try not to go in those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like it. I just,
So, Barry, do you want to try and come on and tell a story or no, Barry?
Yeah, Barry, come on.
Come on, Barry.
Barry.
Well, Steve says that he has non-paranormal stories. That's nothing weird ever happened to you, right? He's never had a bad, weird Bigfoot experience or UFO. Come on, Gerard, you got anything? You have any experiences?
Come on, people. If I can come on from the side, you can get on.
Yeah, and Eric is like, not yet. He's not able to yet, so but he does have one.
Oh yeah, he has to wait for probably his break from work.
No, he's not working. He's not working today.
Not?
Yeah, and
what chicken bomb? What?
Kristen's chicken, she says.
Kristen, you have met me in real life. You can get your rear end on here and tell us some of your stories, girlfriend.
Yeah. You know, Steve Barry, I'm going to tell you something. There's nothing wrong with being a skeptic because
we love the skeptics.
Most of the times when we go into places and investigate,
Davis, get on here. You have some.
We're the worst skeptics out there.
Yeah. I mean, you've watched me long enough to know better. Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow.
I said brown chicken, wow. I started it.
Yeah, Saturday night or Sunday night, Miss Cindy, on July 4th, I'm playing at the Warsaw Carnival.
Oh, I know. Okay, you need to tell me where that is later so I can get on. But Dom is going to need help. So,
when doesn't Dom need help?
Mr. 3 books.
Is it 3 books now? I thought it was only 2 books.
He's working on his 3rd. I think he said he's almost done. I know he's working on it.
So Bill Davis. Let's see. Okay, guys, somebody's got to have a story.
Do I have any stories?
Or you can ask us questions, I guess.
Do you want me to tell you a story?
Yeah, tell us a story.
Okay, so maybe I said this one already, though. But it would have been a long time ago.
Okay.
Did I tell you about my bathroom?
I
don't know. What is that, Robert?
This is the 100-sided dice that I've been saying.
That's the 100 dice.
100 sides.
100-sided die.
For D&D.
For me to play with D&D.
Oh.
That's cool. That's super cool. So, do you remember if I told you a story about my bathroom?
I don't remember.
Okay.
You had a visitor in there talking to you while you were in the shower, or?
Well, that's all the time. I get people talking to me in the shower. That's normal occurrence, especially if I have readings or parties coming up or whatever. So that's normal. However,
right. Tell your story.
It's like 3:00 in the morning. We've been here for probably a couple years at that point. I've been here 11 years, and this is a very old house. I already knew that there were friends here before I got here, and there's a portal that goes through the house from attic to basement. I knew that. It didn't scare me. So, it's not a big deal. So it's like 3:00 in the morning. I have to go pee. I go to the bathroom. I am a freak. I keep my bathroom curtain open because my brother terrified me when I was young. So I would always keep it open so they would never I don't like it being closed. However, it was semi-closed, but it still had an opening, so I could see through if I really needed to. When I came in, I looked, it was fine. However, as I'm sitting on the toilet, all of a sudden I see my shower curtain, and it does, so it's like this, but it moved, and then it just had like this outline of like a butt. And I was then being watched, and I could feel that I was being watched. And it was the little old woman that used to live here. And I just knew who it was, but it was the physical aspect of actually seeing her sit down and moving my shower curtain and making the impression. And it freaked me out because I am not used to seeing things physically like that. It freaked me out. I said, okay, listen, I'm okay with you being here and seeing you here. However, when you physically do shit like that, it freaks me out, and I don't want you to scare me. And all of a sudden, she stands up. How can I tell? Because the impression starts lifting, and then you see this. So she shook the fucking shower curtain out, so there was no more impression. I said, thank you. And I hightailed it back to my bedroom. It was crazy to see her sit down, see the impression of her butt. And when I told her, listen, I don't like this, it scares me when I physically see stuff like this, she's like, oh, pardon me. She stands up. I see her butt is lifted, and then she shakes it out.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Exactly. Like that was one of those. Oh, sorry, papas. That was one of those moments that really freaked me out. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm babysitting. Or okay, it's not babysitting. Come here.
Puppy sitting?
I'm puppy sitting.
Puppy sitting.
Yep.
Now, Kristen says she has a store, and I think she means a story.
Yeah.
All right. I'll hop up then.
Steve Berry says, seriously, I want... Okay, so Stevie says, seriously, I want to believe. Take me to a haunting or anything. I swear I would believe if I could see.
Where? Oh, there's... I'm like, where
We
am I
can't make you see. I mean, that's just... It's...
If your eyes can see, they can see. Yeah. Bit of,
ooh, what is that, Robert?
a bit of volcanic glass.
Ooh.
That I've been shaping into the Superman sort of logo.
That's awesome looking.
Nice.
Yeah. My other pieces I've been working on, a bit of smoky quartz and a... Oh, hang on, someone's calling me. Puppy law.
All right.
Is that you, Robert?
No. I'll get going now. Catch you later.
All right.
Bye.
Yes. So, Bill, if you want to try with your iPad, you can. We know that you don't have your earpieces, but, You're able if you'd like to.
Yeah, I don't use any earbuds or anything either.
Yeah. That's why sometimes we get feedback, but most of the time it's been pretty good.
Yeah, it's not. We don't really get too much of it.
My freaking ice melted already, man.
What?
Yeah, I just got a fresh drink with ice just before we started, and it's melted.
Holy shit balls! Where's my water? Hang on, I'll be right back. He's barking.
Okay. All right, Bill, I'll send you an invite. Stevie says, so, no proof then, I am saddened truly. Well, here's the thing. It's like, there's not going to be much proof out there. I mean, I've been looking for proof that this all exists too, and I have not been able to find substantial proof. I mean, there's things I can't explain, but it doesn't mean, I don't know. I can't tell you whether it does or doesn't exist because it's just stuff I can't explain. So I still sit very much on the skeptical side. So I have to. I'm the guy that always says I want more. You know what I mean? I just can't accept it. I go, not without more proof, I guess. So let's see. Bill, I'm finding you right now. I will send you the invites. Hopefully. I don't know why a picture of a 1950 Plymouth came up, but it did. Oh, Bob, I have totally forgot about that whole thing with the songs and stuff. I'll get to them, I promise. I totally forgot. Where are you? Bill Davis. I think this is the right one.
Cookies.
There you go, Bill. Should be in your messenger. So Ted Vance, and this is all for fun, or is it like religion? 98% blind faith. If you're talking about real paranormal, most of it is blind faith because they want to believe. True paranormal experiences, as far as I'm concerned, is stuff that cannot be explained, and that's why with me I do so much. And the other thing is just, if you take it serious, I guess, is the best way to put it. I mean, seriously. You'll investigate it more than one time. You will take and create experiments there. You will do what you need to do to try and prove or disprove what you find or what claims are. I mean, you just do the best you can. And then if you walk away with something, good. If not, then,
I like what Bill just said in response. He said start on graveyards with just a recorder.
The problem with graveyards is most graveyards, I've never caught anything. Usually because they're already passed and the spirits don't like hanging around graveyards.
No.
So.
I mean, there's some. I usually see them there.
Yeah.
They wave as I go by. I'm like, yay.
So.
You cannot prove the absence of something.
Yeah, that's what they say. All right, Bill, you got the link. It's all up to you now. Robert White says, or known haunted locations, graveyards are generally dead. Isn't that funny?
Dun-dun-dun.
And you know why they have, like, fences around them? Because everybody's dying to get in.
Well, actually, that's the difference between a cemetery and a graveyard.
That's true. A fence. You're right.
Stop threatening each other, you dumbasses.
Wah. Well, being a true skeptic is the right type of person to be in this field. And I think people like you need to go out and experiment and do the investigations.
Yeah.
I really do. You know, I've been to some places that everybody said was really, really scary, really, really haunted, and nothing. And I don't go just.
I love when I go someplace and I don't let anybody tell me anything. And then when I give them my feedback, they're like, "Oh, well, did you hear from Charlie?" I go, "Who's Charlie?" They're like, "The little boy that's here." I go, "There's no little boy here." They just, it drives me crazy when they give spirits names. Or there's always a child that's there, and then I've gone back to the same place and I still don't see Charlie.
Well, I have a Charlie, and I've never had any issues with Charlie.
Listen, your Charlie is a brat.
Hey, I want to talk about next Monday. Next Monday is going to be a fun show because we're actually going to be talking to John and Chris from the New Jersey Pair Unity. They're going to be joining us next Monday.
Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah. Figured I'd throw that out there now. I'm still looking for guests for the rest of July because I have kind of been busy, but I'll get some more. So, we'll get some more peeps on here.
I trust you, Teddy Poo-Poo.
Yeah, you know.
Christian
Maybe
said,
we could get...
I moved into my house.
Maybe we should get... shoot, now I'm totally drawing a blank.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll read what Bob said. Bob said, was at the Conjuring House last January 1st and was myself and Karen, a fellow investigator, and she asked, "Can you see us?" And we get a response, "I can see you." Wow, what more proof do you need? I mean, that's a great one. I mean, it's not always like that, Bob, but if you can get a response like that, that's amazing, right? Steve says, anyone ever watch James Randi or the $1 Million Challenge? Yeah, I know about James Randi. He doesn't believe in any of that. And I like it when they say, well, nobody's gotten the $1 million.
Actually, he did pay it out once.
Oh, did he?
The guy had a computer that did all this stuff, and he got the $1 million, so.
Wait, how?
Watch your damn mouth.
I don't know. You'll have to look it up.
I will. Let's see. On video, on tape, video. Nope.
I saw it on
Got
TV.
it on video.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw it on TV, but all right. So, April Fool's joke. Watch the whole video on YouTube. Oh.
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa! What's going on here, guys? Be careful.
Yeah, next week will be a fun show with John and Chris. I love those guys.
I know. I'm so excited. They're
Paranormal
awesome sauce.
Paranormal investigation can be an addiction.
Oh, it can be. Yes.
Mm.
You guys have to be careful. You put my plug out.
Seriously, he worked with Randy. Okay. I didn't know. I just saw the episode. That's all I remember. So if he worked with Randy, then that's cool. Well, no, there was something else. While Bill's trying to figure out the link to get on here, he says it wasn't working, but it's the same one I've given everybody else, and it's been working fine. So, I had an investigation that I thought was quite humorous.
Humorous?
Yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it. We were in Warsaw, New York, and we were doing an investigation of my friend's house. His mom and his sister always complained there was there was things happening in the basement and then in the living room. So we decided we'd investigate, and they had all these dogs. And first and foremost, if you're going to investigate a place, and this is some of the things I learned when I was in my younger days, you make sure that the animals are gone. They're out of the building. You don't want them in there because they will interfere with so many things with your experiments. And so we investigated, and we found that we didn't have to go back a second time. They kept hearing a weird kind of low-pitched moan, and things are always knocked over, and they always heard noises in the basement. So we kind of just like walk through and let them do what they normally do. Same with the dogs. Come to find out, the dogs like to rough house a lot. So they would be the main culprits in knocking things over. The second thing was one of the dogs, when it slept, it wheezed.
Oh, that's so funny. My cat snores.
Yeah. So
I'm like, oh my God, what is that? It's my cat at the end of my bed snoring.
yeah. So Tim Conwell's here, so maybe Tim has a story.
Tim, you got some stories for us. Come on here and give us some.
We are doing talks about. We're letting everybody tell us their stories, and whether it be a haunting, a UFO story, a Bigfoot story, something that can't be explained, whatever they want to tell us, we're letting them come on and tell their story. Yeah. This is all about our fans tonight and the people that comment. This is what we're doing tonight. It's not about us, it's about them.
Well, we've told some stories too.
Yeah, but we did. But the thing is we usually get guests on here that they normally watch. Well, I wanted them to be the guests. I wanted them to tell us the story and come on and be a part of this. So that's the whole main thing. Maybe we should at some point get Bob and his team to come on and join us for some talks. That would be kind of fun. Let's see. Robert White. Legend has it. All right, let's go here. Legend has it that a long time ago, when the Yindinji tribe lived in the Balinda Valley, there was a tremendous upheaval that created these unusual shaped boulders with their foaming, rushing waters. In the tribe was Ulana, a very beautiful young woman. Also in the tribe was Waruno, a very old, wise, and respected elder. It was decided that these two should be given a marriage to one another, and it was done. Sometime later, a wandering tribe came through the valley, and it was a friendly custom of the Yindinji. They make the strangers welcome, inviting them to stay. And the visiting tribe was Daiga, a very handsome young man. All eyes were upon him for his grace and beauty. At first sight, Daiga and Ulana fell in love. So that must be what the curse is from.
So keep going, yep.
So great was their strong attraction for each other, they arranged to meet secretly. Knowing full well that their desire for each other would never be permitted, they ran away. Ulana knew she could never return, as she was rightfully married to Waruna. They journeyed well up into the valley, spent wonderful happy days together, and they camped under Churichram near the water edge. The two tribes had been searching for them, and it was at this spot they came upon the two lovers. The wandering tribesmen seized Daiga, forcing him away, calling how they had been shamed and how they would travel far away and never return. The Yindinja, or whatever, had taken hold of Uluna and were dragging her back, forcing her to return to them to the rest of the tribe. Suddenly she broke away, violently flung herself forward into the gentle waters of the creek, and she called and cried for Daiga.
So, okay, Robert, it might have cut off the rest of that, so you may have to copy paste the rest of that.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what else he's got there to come up.
Yeah, but that happened the other day, and somebody had to fix it for us last night on Rainbow Soul.
Okay. Well, while he's doing that, we're going to take a real quick commercial break, guys. It's already 6 after. That was quick.
Holy cow, that's gone fast.
Yeah, it's gone real quick. All right, quick commercial break, guys.
WLFE Digital Network is now on digital television. If you're into ghosts, Bigfoot, UFOs, and the creepy, then WLFE has a TV channel for you. paranormal view. Watch all of your favorite WLFE video talk shows on one channel. Shows like Paratalkradio, Step Into the Paranormal, Skeptical Help Bar, The Creepy Parlor, and more. Looking for something else? Do you support the LGBTQ plus community? WLFE has brought all of their LGBTQ shows like Inside the Drag Closet, Everything Yet Nothing, Across the Pond, and Rainbow Soul all into one place. A new TV channel called LGBTQ Friends. The third channel is a Variety Unlimited. Here you'll find a wide variety of talk shows you know and love, like Just Cindy, Card Pulls and Coffee, Real Talk with Dom, The Bipolar DM, Meet the Author, and Movie Review 5. The best part of watching these shows is that they're all available to watch at one location, one website, WLFE-DB.com.
You are listening to WLFE-DBRadio.com, where our shows are your shows.
Listen to the WLFE-DB podcast, available on Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Check out shows like Paratalkradio, Inside the Drag Closet, and Step Into the Paranormal. Now, on to your favorite podcast app.
This is Dominic Santasero with Real Talk with Dom. You are listening to WLFE-DBRadio.com, where our shows are your shows.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Bree, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area, 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE-DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com. You're listening to WLFE-DB Radio. Now, back to our program.
All right, we finally got Bill Davis with us here. He's finally joining us.
My friend Bill. Okay, I have to say, Kristen, you can still come on and tell us your story, honey.
Yep,
You can do that. There's still time. We got an hour. Well, a little less than an hour, 50 minutes. Okay, less than that, 40 minutes. We give the last 10 minutes so we can talk and tell what's coming up.
Yeah, and Tim, yes, we will send you a link if you want to come on, and I will send you a link, and you just join us, Tim. So, and just so everybody knows, Robert did put up the link. There is the link to that story.
I think it's completely finished, but Robert put the last part up if you want me to read it really quick for you. As she cried and cried for Daiga to return to her, but the wandering tribe had gone, and with them her handsome lover. Would he ever return? Just at the very instant Ulana struck the water, a tremendous upheaval occurred. The land shook with terror and sorrow as Ulana cried for her lost lover to come to her.
Aww.
That's so sad. Oh my God.
Yeah. All right, Bill. So now that you finally got here, so let's talk about your story. So tell us your story.
The latest one. We just got back from this little haunted vacation we did with the Brooksville PIT crew, big crew.
Okay.
We went to Annie's Bed and Breakfast, which is a great spot. Was that South Carolina? We just pretty much slept there because we were pretty tired going through the mountains and everything. And,
right.
And we went to the old college on hospital on Old College Hill.
Interesting.
Virginia. that place is crazy. That just opened up. I know they got a lot of good evidence there. I had a lot of technical issues with my crap, as usual. But they got a lot of good stuff. Stayed at the Hatfield McCoy Motel, or Bed and Breakfast, which is the oldest place there.
Wow, so you went to several places recently.
Yeah. Yep, just got back Saturday.
Wow.
So is anything interesting happening where you can give us like a little story?
Oh, yeah. The Belgrove Plantation, we went there last. And
Where's that located?
Is that West Virginia? Virginia?
Okay.
It's where James Madison was born.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was beautiful. We had the whole place to ourselves, the whole plantation, the grounds, the innkeeper's place.
Nice.
I got run out of there just by noises and something kind of running up and shaking my chair. I was waiting for the crew. I was like, I'm just a cameraman. Okay, I'm gonna go get my friends. But it was pretty silly. But upstairs in the one kid's room, Jacob's room, they were getting EVPs. And they asked him like if he lost his ball or something. You hear this subtle like moan, like, you know, which was strange. They got that a few times. And we heard it with our own ears, and they caught it on the recorder, and it was moving around the room. And then they asked it to do one of those cat balls, and that thing lit up on its own.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was some pretty cool interaction they were having with it.
So what's the story behind this place? Do you know?
I don't know a whole lot about it. James Madison was born there. The lady that owns it now, I think the Fredericksburg Paranormal Team is running tours out of there and stuff. And they sell equipment there. But we had the whole place to ourselves all night.
That's
It's
amazing.
huge. I've been posting some pictures on Instagram. There's some videos too. We did a lot of lives. And we'll also be editing a lot of stuff and sending it out.
How much did they charge for you guys to be there all night?
It wasn't bad. It was like $800 for all of us. This place was huge. We all had our own bedrooms, slept there all night.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah, the
that's
whole
great.
place was empty. You have to check out my pictures on Instagram or Facebook. I recommend that place for sure.
Is that the place that has the bar and restaurant with it?
No.
I'm trying to look it up here.
It's called Belgrove.
Belgrove.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised you don't stalk my Facebook page, Ted.
I don't have time, to be honest with you.
I hear you. It's
it was
hard.
in Shenandoah Valley. It was a plantation, correct?
I believe it was, yes.
Yeah. Let me see here.
They had slave quarters and everything out back, and they had some activity in there.
Yeah, I see that.
But we had access to all of it.
Belgrove is located in the northern Shenandoah Valley near Middleton, Virginia. It was the home of Major Isaac Height and his wife Nellie Madison Height, sister of President James Madison. Major Height, grandson of Shenandoah Valley pioneer. I'm going to say, I don't know. I think he's spelled Jost, like Jost. I don't know why somebody would call him that, but maybe that was a popular name back then. Used to enslave labor to expand their original 483 acres to a prosperous 7,500 acre plantation. Growing wheat, raising livestock, and operating a large distillery and several mills. The manor house was completed in 1797 and was the centerpiece of the property. Let me see here.
You guys need to go. I think you're closer to it than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you're still in Florida, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Grand Mansion was built with limestone quarried on the property and faced the Valley Pike to display the owner's social and financial status.
Yeah, the river's right there, too. It's right there. My room just overlooked the water. I got a shot with the moon coming in. of my
That's
room.
amazing.
But it showed like really scary shadows on the wall, like the little rascals type scary stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there laying there, and I'm like, I need to sleep. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I gotta check out. I gotta sleep. So,
wow.
Wow.
Alone.
That's
Definitely.
pretty awesome.
The hospital's cool
So
too.
it was $800, and you guys all shared it, split the
Yeah.
cost.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I definitely would love to do, go out and check out something like that. I mean, that's kind of cool.
Stay there overnight as well. I mean, that's worth the money alone because, I mean, think about it this way. A hotel is $100 a night easily.
There's the mansion right there.
I think it was built on this, on that foundation, the old one or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because that's not a new picture.
No, hell no.
That's huge.
Definitely an older picture. Yeah. No, that's pretty cool. So you experienced everything there between shadows and noises and voices and you guys got everything. That's very cool.
That's a cool one. So how long was your trip? How long was your trip and how far north did you come?
Oh man. When did we leave? Tuesday?
Wow.
Yeah, Tuesday, got back Saturday.
Yeah. That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
We stopped in Savannah.
Yeah, I want to go to Savannah.
Yeah. That'd be kind of fun.
I want to go to the Myrtles.
Yes. Oh my God, I want to go to the Myrtles. After we had her on the show telling us everything, that would be fantastic to do. All right. Looks like Tim Conwell is I was going to call him Tom. I was going to call him his dad. Tim is in the back room waiting. So we're going to let him come on and tell his stories. Bill, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad that you had a good trip too.
Yeah.
Kind
of safe trip.
You, my friend.
Body held up.
There you go. All right. You take care now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everybody knows this person.
I don't even know if I should change my name to Tom now.
I know, because I started saying Tom too.
I guess you're
That's
the
your
only
dad.
two that are just like messing it up, like left and right.
I know, I caught myself. I'm like, Tim.
I don't know why. I don't know.
I don't either. And both of us did it. That's what's funny. Like,
Hello, Carl.
Mom and Dad were thinking about him.
Let me sign out and change my name. I probably should do that.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So wait, is there? Do you have a brother named Tom?
No, well, his name is Thomas.
Oh,
So
he's older than you, obviously, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
So the firstborn son has already been named Thomas, so we can't call you Tom.
Right, exactly. But it's more like for you. So,
Tim or Tom.
There you go. Smart ass over there.
Oh my God, you're such a smart ass, Teddy Poo Poo.
Wasn't me.
He is definitely Tim. We know his name is Tim.
Yes. So.
All right. So what's your story? What's your experience?
Well, what do you want? You want ghosts or UFOs?
Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to put.
Tell us.
Cindy wants them all.
Wants them all. Jeez. Well, let's go for UFO.
Okay.
It's
Which is near and dear to your heart with your dad.
Well, with my dad, yes, of course. But, it's just, you can't explain things that you see. So it's like more of a, paranormal than it's like, all right, it's in the sky. What is it? But anyways, I was driving to work. This is probably 7:45 in the morning.
How long ago?
Oh, God. 2019, I'm guessing.
Oh, so just a few years ago.
Give or take, maybe 2018, right around that area.
Yeah, that's pretty
Right.
recent, my friend.
Exactly. So just driving to work, not thinking about what's going on and just, processing. And I'm forcing myself to keep my eyes open, and looking up.
You were pretty tired driving. Got it.
Right. So I know there's cars around me. I know they're flying around me, but, something caught my eye to my left. So I just kept looking at it going, there's something wrong with this picture. Like, what is this thing? Like, it's not a plane, it's not a helicopter, it's not, drones, nothing like that. Like, there's no light flashing. I don't hear, see anything, different. So I'm like, what's going on here? So in the area of me being a sensitive and empath, something's basically telling me, just keep looking at it. You're fine. Like, just keep driving safe. You're fine. Now there's curves on this road, but something just kept, telling me you're fine. Just keep going. You're okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, stupid me. I trusted it. So, anyways, I'm keep looking at this thing, and I don't know. It could be 300 feet up in the air, give or take, maybe 4. I mean, it's not that far down. Like, you can actually, well, I can't say jump, but you can see what it looks like, clear as a bell. So I'm going through it, and I'm watching this, and I'm looking at it, trying to figure out what it is. And I go through the 5 things that I've had UFOologists telling me. I had, psychics have been telling me, people that have been abducted, stuff like that. So I went through, I look at it as 5 determinations: flashing lights, the wings, propellers, windows, and is there wings? Color, paint, whatever you want to keep going on the list. And I just kept looking at that. I just kept repeating this. But the thing is still going from left to right. So as it's going, I don't know, 10 miles an hour. I mean, it didn't seem like it was flying. It was just, nice slow pace. Mm-hmm. So I'm just keep repeating these 5, 6 things going right through my mind. I'm like, I don't see paint. I don't see numbers. I don't see wings. I don't see windows. I see this weird design that does not look like a plane, a drone, or anything. Where's no flashing lights? Because planes have to have, or helicopters have to have, flashing lights. Mm-hmm. There's nothing there.
So the other thing I think I would add to that would be the way it moves, because that's weird. If it was just going left to right, that's a weird pattern.
Right. So as I'm looking at this thing, as it's moving across the road, and I'm going, okay, I really want to pull over. Cars are flying past me like there's no tomorrow, from my right and my left. I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna keep looking at it. But when it got to more to my right hand side of the road, I'm like, it just turned. Like, what the hell is this? Again, there's no wings, there's no color to the paint. I don't see windows. I don't see propeller. But as I'm looking at this thing, it had a smooth shape all around it. And I'm going, no, this can't be it. Not one bit. And I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, there's no flashing lights. There's no window. I'm still going through the whole. And I'm like, the thing just disappeared. What the hell is going on? It blended in right into the. I mean, it didn't shoot straight up. It blended into the sky completely. And I'm going, okay, I see the reflection of the clouds that weren't really there, but now they're there. The shape is perfectly round. I'm still seeing it because I know where my eye was looking. I couldn't stop. I couldn't pull over. I couldn't do it. And I'm like, it's gone.
So it camouflaged itself more or less?
That's
what it looked like, to 100%. And as I'm driving, going to where the tolls were at this point, and I'm like, I have to call. This is, I wish I took a picture. I wish I had my dash cams. That now I have on my windshield. Everywhere I drive, it's on there no matter what. Yeah. So I might not see it anymore because it's on there now. But if something does pop up, I have something, and I can say, how I'm driving. What it looks perfectly, there. So, and
that's crazy.
As I drew it to him and sent it to him, it was a tear drop kind of shape.
Huh? What did your dad say?
That's basically what it was. He said, it looks like you just saw a teardrop UFO. I'm going, okay, next.
Bye, Dad. Thanks.
Next. I
Well,
love his
yeah.
attitude. Next.
He's like, yeah, honey, it's fine. You saw one. Move on. It's
Right.
normal.
Yeah. Get over
Who
it.
cares?
Yeah, like you just saw one. All right, now you just, start talking about it. Start, getting what I'm saying. I'm like, all right, not what I'm saying. Now I just saw one. Okay, next. I'm going to see more.
Wow.
So,
Well,
yeah.
that's quite fun. That's an interesting story, though, and it wasn't that long ago, so that's
No.
that's
Yeah.
good.
I mean, I didn't call into like MUFON or anything like that because, why bother? But they might look at me and argue with me, but I just see it as I saw it. End of story.
Huh. So you got a good ghost story?
Oh boy. Ghost story. Well, I have a couple of them.
Did you see Bigfoot?
Yeah. He was sitting next to me.
You'll see him again come 2022.
Exactly. Ghost story. Well, before I got into the paranormal field, I worked in a group home facility. Now, they know there was something there. They've seen stuff. They heard stuff. That was just very unusual. One night, I was actually in the second floor, just doing my paperwork because I was going to do it overnight. So I was just getting that, together and ready. And then, I don't know, I think it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock or so in the morning. I see the shadow just walk past me. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, it must be one of the kids going to bed. So I went back, start processing. I'm like, okay, door didn't close. I didn't hear the light turn on. There's something wrong with this picture. So I'm like, I'll just keep it, all right, I saw something. I don't know. Maybe one of the kids playing a trick. Possibly. So then went back to the paperwork, and I had the TV in front of me, like diagonally right in front of me, and I see the same shadow, same direction. And I'm going, okay, now there's something up. Because it literally had to run past me.
Oh, wow.
And walk past. Like you couldn't go around. You actually, had to walk past the door frame. And I'm going, okay, so I just saw white shirt, blue shorts. Who went to bed, had a white shirt, blue shorts? Now, first thing is, when you walk against the floor, you hear it. Even with their feet, with these kids, they're heavy, steppers, shoes, you could still hear the steps.
Yeah.
So I went to one room, to another room, to another room. As I'm going into these rooms, I'm calling out their names. I want to know if they actually got, really snuck by me, or they moved, they blinked, they laughed, nothing. And I'm like, okay, so I went to the bathroom. They smell perfectly fine. They smell like bleach because I just cleaned them, because I know they're clean now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still open. I think you wrote that wrong one there.
Oh, I couldn't. So I had told Teddy earlier that I couldn't respond to you in the chat.
Oh.
And
yeah, there's something going on with the chat first. She can't.
I
was trying to figure out what it is.
I can't make a message. Like there's I can do it in private chat, but I can't comment. Yeah, I can't comment in the regular chat unless I do it from my phone.
You broke it? He said you broke it.
You broke
it. There you go.
I broke it.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Maybe it'll work next week. Who knows?
Maybe.
But Facebook has had a lot of problems with StreamYard lately anyway, so
yeah.
I don't know.
Then, I went to the last room, and I'm yelling these kids' names. Nothing, they're not moving. They're not doing it. I'm like, what's going on here? There's something wrong. So then I went to the last kid, which is when you walk in the room, you literally have to go all the way to the wall and, take several steps. So I'm calling his name out, and no movement, no nothing. And I'm like, you know what? I shouldn't do this. So I'm just going to take his sheet and just yank it off his bed. And I'm like, okay, I see a white shirt, blue shorts on this child, but who was that just walked past my door? And still to this day, every once in a while, someone will message me working in that house and go, "Were you the one that told this story?" I'm like, "I haven't been there in 12 years." I'm like, "Yes, that was me." Like,
Wow.
it's still going around in that whole place with staff.
And wait, what did you do?
What do you mean? What did I do?
Like, what was your? It was you were working, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I saw it. Now what? I'm gonna run downstairs to the staff that I was with, tell them what happened, and they just basically said, "Yep, you just saw the figure that's upstairs." And I'm like, oh, okay, about time. And I went back upstairs and just stood in the hallway waiting for something else to happen all night long.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, anytime now, let's go. Like, now I saw you. You gotta give me something else. Like this is,
I love that though. That is like,
okay. I gotta go.
Yeah, and that's before I was like really in the paranormal. I was watching shows, just that, but not really investigating yet. So I was like, all right, that worked for me.
So what do you do, Tim?
What do you mean?
What was your job? Like, what was the house? And
I was like I don't know if you want to call it a counselor, caregiver.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say social worker, but helping them through the certain issues as a parent would do.
Yeah.
Trying to socialize them, trying to help them.
And what were the ages of these kids?
It was like between, I think it was like 15 to 21.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did any of the kids have stories to tell you guys?
Every once in a while they do, but it was hard to understand it only because they were on medication.
Oh.
So their level
my
was
gosh,
already down. So it was like, okay, well, yeah, you saw something, and they can give you full detail, but was it the meds? Was it something else? Is it
right?
them? So I just went, okay, you saw something. That's that's good. I can't,
Right.
but
hey, there's a facility near me actually. It's called Industry, where they put kids that have been bad.
Mm-hmm.
They even have teenagers in that have killed other people in there. But there are a ton of stories of kids that have passed there, that they see them still. There's actually a graveyard that they actually bury these kids in, and they have no names. All it is numbers.
That's bullshit.
And it's so sad. But but that place is known. When that place finally closes, I want to be alive to investigate it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A friend of mine works in a hospital not far from me, and she works in the psych unit. And she says all the time, I wish you can go in there and really investigate, because I don't know how many times at between 12 and 4, everybody's asleep, but I see these weird things that happen that I can't.
Mm-hmm.
And she would just tell me left and right. I'm like,
think about it this way.
You're in a hospital.
Yeah.
But now you're in a psych ward. Oh.
Think about it this way. I mean, when you have people that are mentally disturbed, that creates energy.
Oh yeah.
And when they are completely out of their mind with literally delusions or whatever, I mean, these things that they're seeing are real to them. What they're hearing is real. And then it's created, and that energy signature is still there.
Yeah.
Right? Even though they've been medicated, even though they're now okay, and what about the suicidal child, right? Teenager that comes in and they're fucking crazy because of their mental angst at that moment, and now that mental angst is still there as a signature, even though they've been calmed down and even though they've been medicated.
But let's not forget, Cindy, that there's also that with having this mental disturbance of things going in their mind, they're also opening themselves up to see things that other people don't see.
But that's unfortunately there's a lot of that already, and people think that it is mental disturbances as opposed to psychic abilities, right?
Yeah.
There's some that I knew some of the kids that actually had, I wouldn't say the ability, but they, you know, they were telling stories that were like left and right. I'm like, how do you know this? Like, where are you getting this information?
Right.
And it just walking in this group home, I mean, there was 12 kids in this. So it could be rocking and rolling for 3 nights and calm for 2. Then, you know, on and off. So that energy was nonstop. But those times that I walked in that house, I'm like, oh my God, like this is going to be the death of me. Not knowing like what my abilities were at the time.
Right.
But now thinking about it, was like, holy cow, like this is going to be. And I've seen it every night. It was just nonstop. And like, no wonder why these houses need to be cleansed.
And it's tough because when you are empathic and you're feeling all of this stuff, it's very overwhelming and you don't understand it a lot of times. And you're trying to figure out why you're feeling this way or what it is and try to go, okay, that's what this is. And a lot of times you can't just pinpoint it. You can't just figure it out.
It's too hard.
It is. And especially when you have so many children, especially and young people, we'll call them young people because they're adolescents to, you know, early 20s. I mean, that age group is, wow, the energy is so high anyway, right?
Yeah.
I worked in another house that was between, 6 to 12, I think it was.
Oh gosh.
And I mean, my heart broke left and right, but every once in a while I would hear noises or sounds. The best thing that I've heard, it was probably like 11 o'clock in the morning, and you know, trying to get the house ready together, you know, start thinking about dinner, whatever the case may be. You ever heard that sound in a like a coin in a jar?
Oh yeah.
Tink, tink. Oh my Lord. I heard that at least 7 times in like not even 6 or 7 seconds. I went through that house like there was nonstop, ripped the whole place to shreds. My boss walks in. He goes, "What has happened?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. Just let me do what I have to do." Because like, where was it? Like, how did it come? Like, we know that the house manager at the time, many, many years ago, took care of that house. It was like her baby kind of thing.
Yeah.
We think it's her. But when I heard that coin sound, I was like, I flipped shit because I didn't even know. But I tore through the house to make sure it wasn't one of the kids' games. It wasn't something that was unusual. And I went to my boss and told her everything. She goes, "Yeah, I've heard that before." And I'm going, okay, at least I'm not the only one.
And you know what's funny about that is it is a common thing with people when they get change, they stick a chain in a glass jar or, you know, something so they can save it. So it's not like it's uncommon. You know, it's something that people do. Right. You know, but while we're talking here, I want to show you guys something. I just received this photo from Sheridan. Take a look at this photo.
That's a hotel.
Yeah, Sheridan sent that to me.
Can you zoom into that figure?
No, I can't. Yeah, I can't zoom into it at all.
I'm wondering if it's an overlay, like if 2 pictures were put together.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks like to me. The story from Sheridan is that there's a little girl there, and it kind of looks like another girl, like moving real fast. Like I can reproduce that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm coming close to thinking doing the same thing, because if you look at her feet, that one shoe,
yeah,
it looks more solid than the other side.
Right. Yep.
And then it's black shadow.
Right.
And her face was there, but it could be an idea of this person was moving too quick. And
if you look at the actual photo, Tim, it is kind of blurry. So, open shutter, Robert was saying.
Yeah, but it looks like it's from the 80s-ish. Because if you look at
clothes.
Yeah, her shoes, her clothes.
Yeah. So,
I don't know.
Camera trick.
It's an interesting photo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to look at it some more once we get done here, but I wanted to just kind of show that to you. I thought it was quite interesting.
Yeah, send that to me.
The guy looks so familiar to me, though. The guy looks familiar to me.
Yeah, but still, it's every guy looks familiar to you, Cindy.
I was just thinking that.
No, they don't. Tim looks familiar to me. Oh, I met him in real life. That's right.
See,
There's the way I coming through.
Yeah, so
you guys pulling my leg here.
But
there you go.
Like something like that. I did a photo shoot with my father. I was trying to get new pictures for him. And as I'm sitting there taking photos, I got something like almost like that effect.
Yeah.
Not thinking of what I did, I just moved the camera. So here's one thing I did. I wanted to see what people would say. Only one person got it. That was the thing. Everybody said, "Oh, this is cool capture." But I'm like, you're not thinking the whole concept yet. And that's what basically my test was. So I put it up. I did a side-by-side, a good picture, whatever, what I did with the camera, and another picture. For 2 weeks, I posted this thing up. And everybody said, "Oh my God, there's something in front of your father." And I'm just sitting there going, you got to be kidding me. So I just kept posting, what do you see? 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 Made people think, well, I wanted to see what they actually would really think and what they saw.
Right.
That kind of reminds me of that.
So my question is, so I was literally just thinking about something. She just said that that's in her peripheral. Now you have to understand, I may be a psychic medium, but
it was in the people's peripheral, right, not the person taking the picture.
This way, you don't take pictures of people more on their side. You take a picture of somebody and something that's right in front of you. Yes. They were off to the side. The main picture was of that little girl. But why? If there was nothing there, why is there a picture of framed of the little girl?
Right, but if you actually think about it and look at that picture again, there was a sign on the wall.
Yes, there was. I saw that too.
That could be what they're trying to do, as having them with the picture of the sign.
Yeah, but they would have
was angled. I don't know.
I would still debate that because I've taken a number of pictures. I understand what you're saying. I will dispute this because if you want that sign, you're not going to have them follow the wall. You're going to angle them so they're
right in front of it so that you are.
But
you're not going to take a picture of them like hanging out at the wall, and it's just not. It's not centered for that picture and that purpose.
Is that this is about the 80s?
I would say.
Right. Was this person knowing how to take photos? Does it have any idea?
They're all questions we don't know. They're all questions we don't know.
Even if it's somebody that doesn't take pictures. I'm not a professional. I took a fucking photography class in high school, which I was taught how to take a picture, right?
Right.
But the thing is that even if you have no ability, you know that you want the person or thing in front of you and you point and shoot, boom.
Yeah, you want them right in front of you.
Days,
I know.
A lot of point and shoot. You didn't have, it was Kodak point and shoot. You had a lot of different things. We didn't have digital yet. We had Polaroid. That was definitely not a Polaroid picture.
Right.
It was the disc camera. But it was all about point and shoot. It was a huge thing in the 80s. So you didn't have to be a professional and have the 35 millimeter camera, right? It was a big deal to just be able to pull out your little camera and take it. It was before digital camera. This is an actual film picture.
Right.
I still will disagree. They were trying to put something in the center of that picture. It's just because my thinking is way too logical, maybe mine is way too logical. Maybe it's because I'm thinking, I can't imagine if there was nothing there that you wouldn't take a picture of it. You would have lined up, you would at least have moved yourself over so everything was centered in front of you. Not that you had this big open area where there's a couple of chairs.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Because I look back in family pictures, they're not even close to that. Let's put them in the center. It was just, okay, let's kind of group here and take a photo.
Yeah, I mean, there's different ones like that. Some people are like that with photos, but I kind of agree with her that there is that whole, if you're going to take unless they're taking a photo of the hallway, you know what I mean? Yeah. Unless they're trying to take a picture
of the hallway, you would line the hallway up. You wouldn't put this picture of these people at an angle where there's empty space in front of them.
I get what you're saying, Cindy. Calm down. I get what you're saying.
I have too many questions.
I'm just pushing the button. That's all I'm trying to do. But
no, I'm the same way. I totally get it.
That's how I am.
Like it. And listen, Sheridan, I'm not trying to be a dick. It's just the way my brain thinks. I think too logistically when I look at these, because my brain is going to go to the skeptical thing first. I'm always, it doesn't matter what my psychic sense says first. When I'm seeing something physical and tangible, I'm going to look at that physically and tangibly and pick it apart. Because my first thing is there's nothing paranormal. That's my brain. There's nothing paranormal in this picture, right? There's a logistical reason. And back in the 80s, if you had somebody running into shot really quick as you're taking the picture, you would have something like that where you might have them. Or if it was a superimposed picture, meaning that you took a picture and then you took another picture with the same thing. That happened a lot in the 80s, actually. Yes. And so a lot of things were because you had to wind the film. If you did not wind the film on a point and shoot kind of camera and you took a picture and you're like, ooh, did I just wind it or not? Or you put it back in your pocket and didn't wind it and then took another picture, you have two pictures superimposed. One
here's a picture
on the other.
Here's a picture where you can see where she was actually moving.
Right, you can see the trail of her movement.
And this is from Sachs Bridge from Gettysburg that I took.
It looks familiar.
But you can also see that movement kind of thing with that last picture that Sheridan showed us. You can see the movement because it's like.
So it could have been a slow shutter speed. It could have been.
But with those point and shoots,
it
would have been a blurry image. You could not have, it wasn't like trails. That's a 35 millimeter that you are showing me. Whether it's digital or not, that is a 35 millimeter. The ones that Sheridan showed us is a point and shoot. Boom, boom. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to move on because we only have about 10 minutes left. So we got a few things to talk about. Now that you got Cindy all riled up. Anyway,
I love it because I love.
No, but I'm the same way. I just don't. I'm the same way you are. I'm not as. I'm not as verbal as she is.
I'm just pushing the button.
I love pushing. Listen, I need somebody to push the button because it makes my brain think more, right? Because what is it Teddy says to us? We have to think outside the paranormal box. Oh, wait, he even has a book that says that, right?
Yeah.
Think outside the paranormal box. We have
Teddy,
to.
2 books.
We can't fucking be force-fed this shit, right? Oh, my God, this is amazing. Look at this. No. Are you going to listen if I pick this apart and tell you why this isn't paranormal?
people fucking get pissed when you pick it apart and
it's true. They do. But you know what? The bottom line, though.
I've run into so many pictures and people are like, well, and I'm like, listen, it has no bearing on what I think. I'm telling you what I think, no feel, etc.
It's an opinion.
And if you don't agree with it, if you think it's paranormal, then you think it's paranormal. That's what I leave it at.
Yes.
And it's the same thing for Sheridan. Sheridan, if you believe it's paranormal, you don't have to listen to a thing I say, right? That's just my brain and the way it works. And from photography class and the things that they showed us. And listen, I could be crazy because that was when I was a senior in high school. And listen, I'm 50 now.
Where's the watch? We're running out of time here, Cindy. Well, Tom, Jesus Christ.
No, Tim.
Thank you for popping on here with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for the picture, Sheridan. I appreciate it. It's really cool. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. It was a cool looking photo.
It was a great picture.
Sheridan sent me some more too, so I will take a look at those when we get a chance. But right now, what I want to talk about, while we get the opportunity,
hi Tim,
is this.
Yes. Yay!
Brand new website.
I know. I was already told by Hollis. She was already showing it.
Brand new website for the Parafest. We have moved the date. We're going to make it so that it's going to be better for everybody to come when there's no snow. It's
no snow.
So there it is. Let me get rid of that.
Beautiful.
But yes,
right?
Yes, we're going to have a good time. If you get on the website, that's it. That's it. And we have plenty of people coming to hang out with us, and we really hope you guys will join us as well.
I love that they're putting like there's a countdown clock on there. I love that.
Yeah, it's countdown clock. Yeah. So the next one after that I want to talk about and show you guys is Battlefield Bash. We really want you guys to join us in August 20th, 21st, 22nd. We're going to be there. Come down, hang out with us, and visit the event. The event is amazing.
Come down or come up or come over.
Yeah, the event's going to be awesome.
We go down to Gettysburg.
That's right. But we will also, I'm setting it up because WLFE is going to have a new website as well. We're in the process of that. So with that being said, you will also be able to find, and I'm going to try and do it on all websites where we will list events that are coming up.
Yeah, so you transferred Rochester Winter Parafest from my hosting to your own then, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah. So the next one after that, of course, is the 7th annual Para Unity in September. We will have John and Chris joining us next Monday.
Yes.
And we will be talking about this event as well. Mm-hmm. We just had Mr. Chris Sanders on the show, and he was talking, not that one, sorry. We were talking about this one.
Yeah.
Portland, Maine Paracon.
Yep, that's his.
Yep, and our good friend Jack Kenna is there with Carly. And of course, Mr.
Jack
Steve is there as well.
Carl.
Yeah, so we will. It's just going to be another good event. And then, last but not least, then we'll get back to this one for the Mass Paracon.
That's earlier than.
This one is September 17th and 19th. Brian, Brian is there. Him and I, Andrea Paring.
Yes.
Andrea and I are good friends. Yep. You see James Anita was there.
Yes.
Tim
Weinberg, he looks familiar. I think we've interviewed him, right?
Maybe. Mike Ricksecker we have.
Oh, Jay and Marie.
Jay and Marie Yates are going to be there as well.
Yes.
Yep. We've had them on the show. They actually had the investigation aboard the USS Salem too going on it. So massparacon.com. Go make sure you check that out as well.
Awesome. Mass Murders Weekend.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Final Voyage.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. So that's the events.
I want to go to
So there's a lot of events coming up.
I want to go to them all.
I just want to say, I know that I sent the messages out. Hello to Greg Gleason. Hello to Little Bit. I did send you a hi. Yeah.
I don't see her in here.
No, she's not in that one. She's on mine on my page.
Oh, little bit. You need to come to Paratalk Radio one. Wait, doesn't it? But it should come up from where yours is, right?
Yeah, for some reason, only once in a while do the comments move over. It's not all the time, and I really wish Facebook would figure out their issue. But, Carl says, good. Hope you can make it.
Oh, Carl, I would love to. Yeah. Listen, this is the thing is I think that I might have an issue. I think I might have an issue.
Uh-oh. You might have an issue.
Yeah, so something weird has been happening, and it's happened a lot.
For this event?
Yeah, because I'm assuming that it's on water, right? Even if
I don't know.
Just docked, it might have that effect of
I don't think it. I think it's where does it say it's at?
It says final voyage right under the date. And it says investigate aboard the USS Salem. So it's
but the event wouldn't be on there though. The event wouldn't be on there. The event would be in a building.
Oh, I see. Right. No, are you sure?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would assume so.
Investigation would be, you still would have to do the investigation.
Well, you don't have to.
No, why would you not? I want to go on the damn ship.
Okay.
But the problem is I'm having an issue, and I don't know what it is. So I'm getting dizzy, or not dizzy, like
equilibrium.
Weird, huh?
Equilibrium.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Like it feels like I'm on an elevator, like, and it's going down. And so when I've been on an elevator for a lot during a weekend or something, or a week, like it happened while I was. Like in 2015, when I was out in San Diego for Comic-Con, that was the first time I really experienced it. But we had been up and down on elevators a lot, and
she could have an ear infection.
Yeah, but but it would be for years that I've had it, and I don't. But I do have a stabbing
vertigo.
pain. So that's one of the things that I've been contemplating, because while I was in New York, the second weekend, so the 11th of June to the 14th, I was at my girlfriend's apartment, and we were up and down in the elevators a lot. Yeah. And I would be going to these places and feeling like, whoa, okay.
Lightheaded?
Yeah, and not even lightheaded, just I did feel like I was going to pass out, and I felt like I was going to throw up at a couple points.
All right. We got about a minute here.
They were also very historical places. Like the houses, the buildings were very old where I was as well. So I don't know if it was paranormal or if it was.
All right, Cindy, you got about half a minute. What do you got going on?
As normal, as always, Tarot Tuesday on Tuesday at 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. Yeah. And then we have I returned to my show on Thursday. We had a funeral on Thursday that I had to attend for one of the firemen. So I was not there, and I didn't get to post it. Did
it work out for you for the WLFE page, or did you still have problems?
For what's that? What are you talking about?
When you went live.
I didn't post it, but the last time I did a show, it should have gone right to WLFE. So yeah.
Okay, I was just checking to see. So for me, I have a ton going on. I started my new job last week. I'm working both those jobs. Good. I'm working on both again this week, so I'm doing a lot of double days.
Yeah.
And stuff, but I'm doing what I can. And then, of course, Sunday night, July 4th, I am at the Warsaw Carnival with the guys from Double Cross, and we are going to be jamming there. So feel free to pop out of the Warsaw Carnival and hang out with us. We got fireworks at 10 o'clock. It'll be a good time.
Yes, I want to go. I gotta find people to come with me.
There you go. That'll be a good time.
Kelly isn't going to be in town.
Oh, man.
Would be who I would go with. So I'm going to find some people to go with me.
There you go. I'll send you the info. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Dom just started his show, so make sure you stick around for that. So wherever there is darkness, there is always
the light.
Thank you for listening to Paratalk Radio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy. Catch us next Monday for another fantastic guest. Please check out our show as well as others on the WLFE DB Radio Network. And remember, like, follow, and share with everyone.
Join us at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and so much more.